Viewers, you are welcome to 45 City Television, and this is a entrepreneur hub, which we all know as a business hub. So we welcome you greatly in our midst today, and we know that every one of you will surely be impacted with the great word that will be proceeding from this great man we have in our midst. Uh, some of you who have watched us on two previous live broadcasts, you will know that our guest speaker, Pastor Pius, is a great businessman. Also, is the CEO of REM Business International, and he also has two, three firms that he's managing and is doing well. So, welcome once more, Pastor Pius Onaihe, as he's going to give us more insights on business. God bless you, Mr. Pius.
All right, thank
You're
you.
welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, our viewers all over the world, we welcome you to our business hall for today. Wherever you are watching from the United States of America, anywhere part of Africa and Europe, I assure you something today that we all are going to learn something useful that will help us in the world of business. We have been on this journey for some time now. For those who have been uh, following us, we are getting a call from different parts of the world. So I believe today you are not going to be left out of the knowledge that we have you on the world of business. Today we are going to look at some elements of business, in other words, the characteristics of business, so that you may have the insight of what you are expected to get when you are into business. All right. So, business has a very simple element which is same all over the world. In any part of the country where you practice entrepreneurial, you get the same elements and the same characteristics. So, I wish I will look at one. I will name it. I'm naming it from one, which is the exchange sales of goods and services. Exchange sales of goods and services. So the ultimate aim of a business is to make an exchange of your goods and what services. That means what you have been taken to other person for financial gain. All right, for financial gain. That is what we call exchange. Exchange, you have a product to sell, and somebody is interested in buying your product. That is what we call exchange of goods and services. You have a unique service to render, that others don't have idea on. So they pay to receive your service. As a result of that, business has taken place. So exchange of goods and services are the most vital in business. All right. So when we say the word business, that means you have something to exchange for a value.
For a value.
I get in, you have something to exchange for value. I make mention in our previous presentation that we have two kind of products of business that we can explore. We have the services, we have the products. I get it. When we talk about services, we are talking about something that cannot physically be touched and carried. You understand? So it is being rendered to relief man,
Mm.
all right, to relief man. For instance of service, you take your clothes are dirty, you are so busy at work or in your business, you take those clothes to the dry cleaner.
Okay. Thank you, Pastor Pius. Before we go this, we want to welcome one of our viewers, China James Kabah. You're welcome to Entrepreneur Hub. Thank you for joining us. Please, wherever you are watching us from, you feel free to ask questions. If you have a question you want to ask about business, you can drop it on the comment. For those who are live on Facebook in any part of the world, you can drop your question on the comment. We have a business tycoon, Pastor Pius, is here to respond to that your question. Thank you once more. Please go ahead, Pastor Pius.
All right, thank you. So that is for service. For a product means it's something that is being manufactured and is tangible. You can feel, you can touch, you can move around. I get it. Example of a product is let me say TV sets is a product, and we have different products. Telephone are products, our furnitures are products. So when you deal on this you are a businessman trading on a product. All
Mm.
right. So that is that. Now, you this product can be exchanged. For instance, Mr. Kevin, Apostle Kevin, you have uh, a furniture
Okay.
to sell, and I have a need to buy furniture. I patronize and buy your furniture. You give me furniture, I give you my money. It is called what? Business.
Mm.
Something has been what?
That is an
Exchange
exchange
for
of
value.
value.
Yes.
Wow.
Something has been exchanged what for value. So the product is valuable to me, while my own money is also valuable to him. So that is what we call what business. So other element, key element of business that we should know about is a profit motive.
Mm.
Profit
Profit
motive.
motive.
So the purpose by which you are going into business is for profit making. Is for profit making. There's a saying that the ultimate aim of a businessman is to maximize profit and minimize loss. That's part of economic principles. Maximize profit and minimize what? Loss.
Loss.
So the reason why you want to go into business entrepreneur is for profit what? Making. How can you make a value to improve your standard of living? All right. As we all know that there's no businessman that have a business venture who is doing it for free. All right. So some might say that we are giving, we are subsidizing, but there's still profit.
Mm.
All right. So it's profit making is the major reason for business. It's one of the key elements of
Okay,
business.
okay, Pastor Pius, if I may ask this, so what happened to those, because you make a statement, you say the purpose of business is for profit making. So what now happened to those who go into business and they suffer loss in business? Does that mean that fellow have not really trade business? Can you please throw more light on that?
Okay. When we say profit motive and someone also suffer loss, loss is part of business. That's why when I spoke about risk, business risk in our last meeting, it's part of business. There are a lot of criteria that will make a businessman to suffer loss. Business is inevitable in business, all right? But when the man who suffered loss never intend to suffer loss in his business, maybe it was as a result of circumstances that is beyond his control that makes him or her to suffer the business loss. All right. The objective in his heart, while trying to transact the business, was for profit motive.
mm,
All right, was for profit motive. Okay, I will make example for an importer. Let me use the part of the world where we came from, which is Africa. Most especially, our case study should lie in Nigeria. All right, importer who import products from let me say from China, because China is one of the strong country that Nigeria does business with. So from
okay,
China to Nigeria. So as at the point of importation, the dollar exchange rate was okay. All right. So by the time the products arrive, arrive, the dollar exchange rate increases.
mm,
Increases. So if care is not taken, the businessman may likely suffer loss because that is not what he intentionally, what he originally planned for the business. All right. So might suffer loss. So loss is not actually cannot be ruled out of business. But at times a businessman will say, I suffer loss, does not mean that he totally fell at loss.
okay, okay. Sorry, Pastor Pius. You are watching a business hub, which we all know that we call it an entrepreneur hub, live broadcast from 45 city television. And as we are going through the teachings and listening from Pastor Pius, questions that will be coming in, we'll also treat it at the same time so that we can be able to work with our time effectively because money is also time in business. Am I right, Pastor
Yeah, yeah,
Pius?
yeah. Fine with
So
you.
we have Tanya James Kaba, Tanya James Kaba, all the way from Barnesville Township. I don't really know where that country is right now, but he has a question. He says, how can you properly manage a business that you wholly depend on?
Okay, Danny
James,
Thank you for that question. How can you properly manage a
business
business
that you
that
wholly
you
depend on.
solely depend on? Meaning all your financial responsibility are tied to the business. All right, Danny James, I will have to tell you this that you have to cut your coat according to your cloth, not according to your size. In most cases, your size may cripple the business. All
Hmm.
right. So cut your coat in the business according to your cloth. So when a business you solely depend on that business to survive, ensure that you cut your expenses to go below your profit in the
You cut
business.
your expenses
Yes,
to go
to go
below.
below. So when your expenses is below your business profit, your business have the tendency to prosper, to survive.
Hmm.
But when your expenses is higher than your business profit, there is no magic on how your business will survive because you start living on your business capital. A lot of people don't understand this that business capital is different from business profit. You have 5 million. Let me say you have $10,000 in your business as capital. So when you trade and your profit become, let me say, $500, so you ensure that your expenses don't go below $300. All right, as much as you can. But if it's a big business, ensure you don't go below, you don't spend up to more than 10 to 15% of your income, of your profit.
Wonderful.
So by so doing, you have a fund to reinvest into your business. So it's investing and reinvesting that makes business to survive
Investing
and
and reinvesting.
reinvesting. Yeah, that make
That's powerful.
business to
Wow.
survive. So when you invest and you don't reinvest, your business might suffer total loss. Danny
Cool.
James.
Okay, that's I believe Tiana James, you have been getting some insight from your question. Now, Tiana James also went ahead. Tiana James is watching us live from the country Liberia. So he's also asking a question, the second question. He said, I will also like to know how can one start a business. So he wants to know how can one start a business.
All right, Dan James, you have to go back to some of our previous clips.
Mm.
We have spoken about that and how you can start a business. But let me quickly throw a brief light so that we can proceed on this program, how you can start up a business. There are two different ways by which you can start up a business. Number one is, what are you passionate of?
What are you passionate
Yes.
of?
What are you passionate of? So when you have something that you are passionate of, that thing you can easily prosper in it. All right. That means something you have vision for, something you have love for. You have something that you know when you are doing it, profit or not profit, you are happy doing it. All right. So that can be number one option of your startup. You look at that, you can start up with such a kind of business. But nevertheless, you have to go back to our previous page, because I know I teach about how we can start a business. I
From the
teach you from the
grassroots.
grassroots, from the genesis. So I only just make mention to look at something you have passion for. But there are so many ways by which you can start up a business, even when you don't have business idea. You understand? You can borrow idea. We talk about that. We talk about it in our previous scripts. So you should go back there.
So, Tana James, I believe the two questions have been answered, and I know you'll be able to implement them. So, viewers out there, one of the basic goals of Entrepreneur Hub is to teach and enlighten you all on business, and not just teaching, but wherever you are, you're watching us live, what you learned today will also compel you that you put it into practice so that you can be a successful businessman or woman. God bless you. So go ahead, please, Pastor
Okay,
Pius.
when we have to look at, we are still talking about some elements which is characteristics of business. Now, we previously we talked about exchange, sales of goods and services, and we talk about profit motive. Profit motive. Now we need to look at what dealing in goods and services. Dealing in goods and services, which is number three. All business, all business. I made this. I said this in the number one. All business is either in goods or in services.
Mm.
You are either dealing in goods or you are dealing in services. All right. Then James, who said, "How can I start up a business?" You may either look at a goods or you look at what services. What can you render that will be of value to the larger populace?
Mm.
So that is the kind of business that you can go into, either in goods or in services. So that is very important. Another element. Another element is uncertainty and risk bearing, which we take mention of when you said somebody is asked, was it question that who suffered loss in business, something like that.
Yes, exactly.
So uncertainty, there are a lot of uncertainty in business, which lead to business risk. All right, as a businessman, you should be prepared on all these form of uncertainty. That is why some business have to take away risk from them and take it to risk bearer to bear for them.
Mm.
You understand? So we have business risk bearer. That is why we have insurance.
I think they call it risk management.
There some are risk management. We have insurance. We have assets management. Some are, or maybe you are into facility. So we have different kind of risk bearers.
Mm.
You know, so in Nigeria, they have offices all over everywhere. You can find them. I don't want to make mention of anyone here because they didn't pay to ask that. All right. So you take your business risk from you and you give to risk bearers. I getting it. So that when an uncertainty occurs, you cannot totally pull out of business.
Hmm.
I getting it. The reason why government make it mandatory that all car owners have to insure their car, but because of some uncertainty, it might cause a damage, serious damage to somebody else as a result of usage of your car, right? Right. Then the insurance will come in and pay for those damages. I get it. So you are taking risk from yourself and you are shifting it down to the risk bearers. Some businessmen don't really know that you can insure your business.
Hmm.
You can insure your business with a very huge sum amount. Not that you are paying that amount to the risk bearer, you only pay the premium. You only pay the premium on the amount on the sum assured.
Assured. Yeah.
All right, sum assured. That's why you see some people will say, I was once a businessman. I have 3 shops at Iweta in Aba. I have a shop in Ladipo, or let me say our international market here at Iyanova, Trade Fair. Trade Fair. The fire got into our line and all my business were gone. Right now, that is why I am poor. Such a person is not a knowledgeable businessman.
Hmm.
You understand? So you can insure your company against uncertainty so that the risk can be transferred. We always look at what a lot of businessmen look at. They are looking at trying to cut expenses. I don't want to pay out. But the little you pay out might be the surviving tool for your business tomorrow.
Hmm.
All right. So uncertainty and risk bearing is part of what business. If you have a mind to go into business, so bear that in mind that you need to bear the risk of the business.
Okay, Pastor Pius, before we move to the next one, quickly, if you are out there, you are a businessman or a businesswoman, and you have been looking for a platform where you want to run an advert about your business, if you're in anywhere, any part of the world you are watching us, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us for us to run the advert on your business. If you want to get in touch with us, I'm going to give you a line you can get to, which is +234 +234 8066248647. I'm going to make mention of the line again: +234 8066248647, +234 8066248647. So if you want to run adverts on your business for people to be aware of what you are doing, don't hesitate to get in touch on that hotline, and we will tell you our laws, our do's and don'ts for us to run your business. Thank you all. So go ahead, please, Pastor Pius.
All right. Some other key elements, rather characteristics of business is continuity and regularity.
Continuity and regularity.
Some
Interesting.
people will say, I was in a business and I tried and I tried and it was not working and I passed out of the business.
Hmm.
You understand? Business needs continuity, need consistency, need regularity,
Hmm.
need unendable presence. All right. So by the time you start off a business, no matter how small you start, I always advise people to start small. Even
To
when
start
you
small.
so that you gain a experience from the grassroots. So that when you are you are being taken up, you have what it takes to stand up.
Hmm.
I get it. So know when you start big, and when you come down, you don't have what it takes to be lifted up.
Hmm.
Okay, business needs regularity, consistency. I repeat this: consistency. So when you are consistent in what you are doing, your customer tends to trust you.
Hmm.
I get it.
So consistency is what build the trust
What build about trust?
to your customer.
Yes. consistency, continuity, regularity. Things are not working, the economy is bad, your business is not making much profit. Please be consistent.
Hmm.
Be consistent.
That's a powerful
You are
secret.
not making a whole huge of profit now, does not mean that your business will not make huge profit tomorrow. So be consistent in what you are doing, and two, do not trade your business with gamble. Let me try this, let me try this. Be convinced of what you are doing. That is why I was telling that James, that something you have passion for. Are you getting it? So if you have passion for it, you are consistent in it, before you know it, you will reach out to the whole world. All right? There are some things that some businesses that start like play today. I'll use Facebook for instance. I think Facebook start like play. But today, Facebook is one of the richest company. I will call it, okay, Meta. They are Meta, right?
Yeah, Meta.
Yeah, that's their name. It's the richest company, one of the richest company around the world. But it started what, like play, like child play. All right. So consistency in his business make him who he is. Never pack out, no matter how the situation is. Never give up. Keep moving. Don't stop moving. I think there is a saying that said, if you cannot run, that you should walk.
What?
If you cannot walk, that you should crawl.
Hmm.
You understand? So the most important thing is that there is movement. So be consistent in your business. All right. So that is all about consistency. Okay, if you are watching me, watching us around the world now, and you said you want to know how you can start up your business, you can be consistent in your business, you can help how you can make your business to grow. Please, you can also contact the line that he just make call since. I think you should repeat the line.
Okay, I will let everyone out there to know a line to contact us: +234 8066248647, +234 8066248647. If you want to run an advert to your business, if you want to know how your business should be elevated from grass to grace, please get in touch with that line. That line is also on our WhatsApp. So from there, we'll now pass it to the CEO of Fortified City Television, and we will get back to you on how to go about it. Thank you all.
All right, all right. Thank you for that information. As he have earlier said, I am the CEO, MD CEO of Ren Business School. Ren Business School. So this is where we can train you in the world of business, and also not only business, in every angle by which you need an acceleration. All right. So we can train you. You can also obtain a degree from from the program. All right. You can obtain a degree. You can obtain MBA from the program down to doctorate. All right. So if you are interested in our program, it does not really matter where you are around the world, but because you have an online platform where you can take your lectures. All right. So maybe in our next program, we will give you some video advert about the program. If you are interested, you can also contact same number which you can call for them once again.
+234 8066248647. So you can get in touch with that line. And if you're interested, just send us the message on the WhatsApp or get in touch to Pastor Pius. So, Pastor Pius, I want to quickly ask a question because you are a pastor and also a businessman. Not just a businessman, you have like 4 business that you are running as a CEO. What advice can you give to some of the pastors out there who feel that being a pastor, you don't need to go into business? If you go into business, it will force you to tell lies, to be deceived, to make profits. So what advice are you going to give to them out there?
All right, I will quickly want to say to my colleague around the world, my fellow pastors, apostles, prophets, prophets, evangelists around the world. When Christ came into this world to redeem us from our old nature, the first thing was he formed a team.
Mm.
He formed a team, and the team of people he formed were people of great business idea.
Wow.
Apostle Peter
Peter.
was a fisherman.
Mm.
You understand? Matthew was a tax collector. You were listening, he's a tax collector. Tax collector are people who know much about revenue.
Mm. An economist.
Yes. So Apostle Peter was a fisherman. There was a time that there was a need for money. And Christ sent Peter, said, go and throw the hook inside the net, inside what?
The river.
The river, and come out. That is a parable.
Mm.
He simply go and practice your this thing and come
Your
up with
profession
the money.
and come out with the money
Good.
to cover up the gospel
Yes,
as
to
a
cover up the
backup.
gospel.
Wow.
So
That's great.
let me tell you something. Business is very, very important for you, so that you don't begin to see unnecessary vision for people because you want to feed your stomach. Are you getting it?
Mm.
When Christ called you, Christ does not call a lazy man. He called a man who have the capacity to meet up with the gospel. Meeting up with the gospel require finances. Finances. So you have to create a business. Maybe we are going to do a program here on the nature of business, pastors, prophets, and evangelists can do. You understand? Can do. So your sincerity will even make you to grow more better in your business. You tell them the way it is. You don't need to lie for business to survive.
Mm.
All right? You don't need to lie for business to survive. So I urge you, wherever you are around the world, as a preacher of the gospel, to also go into business. So that you can get more value from your members. All right? I think there are a lot of pastors that are doing well in the world of business. Think of Olumide Emmanuel. He's one of the top business real estate player in Nigeria here.
Mm.
You understand? Look at our Papa David Oyedepo. He does not depend on the winner's chapel. He owns other varieties of business around the world. Are you getting it? And look at Daddy Adeboye, also have businesses. I get it. So, name it. Any business, any person that want to prosper should also have other stream of income. All right. Don't forget, say that a man diligent. That diligence does not include just order. Say that a man diligent in his business. He shall live among kings
and not mere men.
Not among men. So, say that a man diligent in his business, not only order.
And also, Jesus said, do business till I come.
Yes, occupy
till I
come. That occupy means that you should take full charge of both business and the business of Christ, and also the business that will feed your family.
Okay, Pastor Pius, thank you so much. This program is strictly 30 minutes program, and Pastor Pius has truly really blessed us with a lot of insights in business. If you are just joining us right now and you have not followed us from the beginning, I tell you have really, really missed a lot. So I'm going to give you an advice to rewatch the program, and you can also drop your question as you rewatch. So we are going to go through your questions, take it down on our previous Entrepreneur Hub. We are going to treat it. I believe our guest speaker might be the one that will come next. But if he's not going to be the one that will come next, we're going to send a question to him. He will treat the question, and our next program will now say it out to you out there. Like I say earlier on, while we are going on, I say for all those who want to run an advert or promo on your business on 45CV television, you can reach us on this line +234 8066248647 +234 8066248647. And if you want to start a business school, you want to be trained in business management, you want to train in business, in all dimensions of business, being a great entrepreneur, We also have a Pastor Pius here who has a RAIN Business Management School. So you can reach us on that same line. We will now communicate Pastor Pius and connect you with him. From there, you will be trained in business. So right now, we are closing on today's entrepreneur business. Stay tuned next Monday, same time, 8 p.m. plus GMT Nigerian time, as we bring to you what will truly cause you to prosper in business. Don't forget, sincerity is the key for all successful businessmen. Thank you, viewers there. Thank you, Pastor Pius. Thank you. We'll see you next time, next week. God bless you all, and God bless you. We appreciate you all. We appreciate you. Thank you.